Hi, my name is Coral Riley, and I've been a patient at Body Electric for about 3.5 years. About 3.5 years ago, I was working as a professional photographer and had my own marketing and event company, and I was on the job when a table fell where they had set it upright against a wall, and it hit the back of my neck, blowing out my C1, C2, and C3 discs, creating herniation, and very painful. I had to continue to work through the event and woke up the next morning and couldn't turn my head. Had a concussion because of the impact of the table on the back of my neck and my head, and proceeded to go to the doctor and get MRIs and scans, and they put me on an anti-inflammatory, a steroid pain medicine. I was taking about 5 or 6 pills a day just to function at about a 6 to 8 grade level of pain. I started to go to physical therapy. I had interruption of speech because of the concussion and because of the nerve damage, and as I would get tired, my speech would slur and slow. I had tingling and no feeling in my left hand, and 2 weeks later got in a second accident, in a car accident, and did some damage to my lower back and my right foot. So my pain journey was pretty intense, being a mother who owned her own business with children ages 2 and 4 at the time, and I was at the point in my journey with the injury and the pain where I think people thought I was on substance abuse, because sometimes you couldn't tell by looking at me on the outside that I had a severe injury in my neck. The physician wanted to do a fusion of my upper neck and a discectomy in my lower back to help with my stagger step and because of the nerve damage. And I asked him to give me some time to do some alternative therapies to see if my body could heal itself, and he was gracious enough to give me some time. Everyone that I met with the surgery that he wanted me to get would turn like Frankenstein, and would share with me that they'd had multiple surgeries after the fact, and at 34 years old, that wasn't something I was interested in doing, and being unable to live my life, work as a photographer, and do the things that I wanted to do. So I started doing research, and I went to chiropractic, I did dry needling, I did acupuncture, I did acupressure, massage. I tried all sorts of different things to help manage the pain and to try to get my neck and back healthy. And I was really lucky and really blessed that I happened upon a small article in a woman's magazine in the Lake Norman area that was featuring Melissa Lynch with Body Electric, and told her story and her pain journey and how she was able to get her body back to 100% function with no surgery and no drugs. And it gave me a really strong sense of hope that there might be an option for me. So being a woman of action, I picked up the phone that day and called Melissa and asked her if she thought the therapy could help with my upper neck and lower back problem. And she was very confident and very kind, and shared a little bit of her journey, and that she felt she could 100% help me get back to the function that I was at before the accident. I came in for my very first treatment. I was a little nervous. I'd never heard of ARP Wave therapy before. When I talked to medical professionals in my family, they told me I was crazy to let anyone use any kind of electrical current on my body. But I was at the point where I was tired of being in pain, tired of being on pain medicine, and still having migraines every day, and still being at that 6 to 8 level pain. So I came for my first therapy session, and I knew instantly that this was different, because she was able to immediately identify where my pain was coming from, rather than treating the symptoms I was telling her were there. And so after one session, my body could feel a huge difference. I would say my pain level was down about 98% just from a single session. I stayed with Melissa for about 12 sessions and went back for a second MRI with my surgeon, and he told me that there was no need for me to have surgery or fusion at that point, and to continue doing whatever it was I was doing, because he'd never really heard of ARP Wave therapy. It gave me great hope. It got me back to full function. I stopped having migraines. My speech came back completely normal. I was able to feel my left hand after the second treatment. So after 8 months of not being able to feel my left hand and having weakened use and lower temperatures, I was blown away by the fact that 2 sessions I was able to have full function back there again. And it completely changed my life. I was able to go off all my pain meds after just 5 sessions with her. And it really started a new health journey for me, where I started to look at what I was eating, the kind of toxins I was putting in my body, not just from the medicines, but from other things. So I've actually completely done a 360 in my life, and with her help and working at Body Electric, been able to lose 85 pounds after the steroids and the pain from the accident. I've gotten back to a really strong health journey, which has been amazing. I was really blessed and got to do a 250-mile bike ride as well as a 180-mile bike ride this year, something that I never thought I'd be able to do with the shape and condition that my back and neck were in. I'm able to pick my kids up now and play with them like a regular mom and gone back to work. So it's really changed my life, and I encourage anybody who's having a journey with pain, whether it's an acute accident where you've had something traumatic happen, or whether it's a chronic pain that you've had, for years. ARP Wave can really change your life, and so can Melissa Lynch. She's brilliant, she's compassionate, and I recommend everybody at least give it a try. It's nice to have hope to be out of pain.